a breaking news alert.
We are following two breaking news stories tonight. First out of Flint, where they have found a body in the Flint River. We have a crew on the scene, and we'll have the latest in just a moment. But first, breaking out of Shepherd, where a fire downtown has destroyed multiple businesses. What you're looking at right now is viewer video of that fire around 5 tonight, shortly after it broke out. Kristen Moore is on the scene of that fire. She joins us live in Shepherd with the latest. Kristen, this is about as scary as it gets for any homeowner. These two men caught on camera were armed for combat when they broke into an Isabella County home, and it's startling. Take a look. The reversal was handed down just moments ago by the chief judge of the Midland County Trial Courts. The 75th District Court in Midland had stopped performing wedding ceremonies for all couples just days after the U.S. Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage nationwide.
Mander Keller, WNEM, TV5 News at 10 on My 5.
Drew, what are both of the school districts saying about this?
Well, both school districts are acknowledging it.
All right, we want to get you an update now on that breaking news. That shooting in Flint Township, it happened in the parking lot just outside the Toys R Us on South Linden Road. Police tell our crew at the scene that an argument started inside and carried out into the parking lot. One person was shot, but the injuries are not life-threatening. Officers say they are looking for at least 3 suspects. I was shocked when I looked at my phone and found images, memes, and videos from my younger brother as far back as June in our message thread. Everything we've shared with each other since that time is tucked away in a hidden folder. And I'm David Custer in downtown Flint, where the race for mayor is the talk of the town tonight. The votes are in and the results are being tallied right now. I want to pass this along too, Chris. We just got breaking news. The MDOT's reporting westbound I-69 has been closed down at Dort Highway because of the slick roads out there. So avoid that area. Very slick out there right now. And also, Pastor Vandeman tells me this sign was the best investment the church has ever made. The outreach has spanned the entire world. It cost $11,000 in 1970, but it'll cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to repair it. You could not have asked for a better day to be out here at the drive-in. There are hundreds of cars out here just like this 1972 yellow Cutlass Supreme. The owners have had it for about 4 years. They're from Columbiaville, Tom and Sandy Gleason Camp. They love this car. They love going out to cruises just like everybody else that's here. History was made in the city of Flint tonight, and I'm joined by the new mayor of the city of Flint, Dr. Karen Weaver. How does it feel tonight?
It feels really good.
2 major announcements tonight, one good for the area and one not so good. We'll have more on the news from General Motors in just a minute, but first.
I, Karen W. Weaver, Mayor of the City of Flint, declare a state of emergency in the City of Flint.
A little more than a month after being elected, the mayor of Flint, Karen Weaver, declares a state of emergency in response to the ongoing water crisis around the city. It's a story that continues to get national headlines. Contaminated water that health officials are still telling people not to drink. Chris, thank you. We want to get to some breaking news now. We're learning more about a police canine that was shot. It happened around 3 p.m. after state police pulled over a car on Flint's north side. A passenger with a gun took off, so police called in the canines, one of which is named Zeke. Well, during the search, a pit bull attacked Zeke. An officer shot and killed that pit bull, but the bullet grazed Zeke. He is doing fine after a few stitches, and police caught the armed suspect. A mid-Michigan woman is dead after an accident involving an Amish buggy. It happened Monday evening around 5:30 on Beaverton Clare Road. That's in Beaverton Township in Gladwin County. A work van collided with the buggy, killing 31-year-old Sarah Stutzman. 3 Amish children were also hurt and taken to the hospital. The 2 people in the van were uninjured. The sheriff's department believes weather and traffic conditions were factors in that crash. Continuing coverage tonight on the situation at a local county jail. Last week, we showed you 2 brutal jailhouse fights at the Midland County Jail. The sheriff attributed the lack of response to underfunding and the need for more deputies. So why isn't the department getting those deputies? TV5's Gino Vici is asking the tough questions.
Deep down, I think I knew what he was saying was wrong, but it was just hard being a kid and an adult telling you that.
A nervous Tyler Kish flushes with emotion when he thinks back to the day he went to his pastor at Midland St. John's Church to tell him he was gay. Tyler says his pastor, Matthew Makala, told him the sin of being gay is no different than the sin of committing suicide.
If he was going to go to hell for being gay, then he might as well go to hell by committing suicide.
Outraged, his mom, Jennifer Kish, says she couldn't believe the man they turned to for guidance would do that to her child.
What does that do to
as a mom for you to hear that?
Breaks my heart, and then
What I took away from it was that I needed to repent and hold on to the hope that God could change me.
Tyler felt worthless and was in fact contemplating suicide. Jennifer was so angry she confronted Pastor Makala.
he wasn't understanding, and it was a right or wrong thing for him, and he really didn't care how it affected Tyler.
And now Pastor Makala has set off a firestorm of alleged hypocrisy on the internet. Pictures surfacing of a shirtless Makala obtained by the website Queerty. They claim to be from a conversation on the gay app Grindr of Makala soliciting sex with another man. The website claims Makala confirmed to them that he was indeed the one on the Grindr app, and so what followed? A resignation from his role at the church and a statement today on St. John's website for its members. It reads, "It's aware Matt's sin is out there for everyone to see, and it wants to remind people this was never about the details of the sin." It then goes on to say, "We are hurting, but the God who is faithful will not forsake us." But for Tyler, he can't help but feel his pastor turned his back on him.
I honestly feel very bad for him, because looking at it, everything he told me, in a way he was kind of telling himself too. And I think that he was really kind of self-destructing, it seems like, and hurting people around him.
A hurt that could have changed this family's lives forever. But Tyler says love conquers all, and he has found it in his heart to forgive the person he once blamed for his darkest days.
I think that, I wish him happiness, but only as his truest self, so.
Tyler says he felt he needed to give a voice to anyone who may have or is going through something like this. He fears there are others out there who don't have the same love and support. Live in the studio, David Custer, WNEM TV5.
A paint mixing master. A top-notch cashier.
Have a nice day. You too.
And a man with a planogram.
We absolutely love working here.
To you and me, when you're shopping at Home Depot, those three look like typical Home Depot workers. But there's nothing typical about these three. In fact, some people say this Home Depot is pretty magical. Let's do this!
Wow. Yeah.
Be our guest, put ourselves to the test.
Three mid-Michigan 20-somethings, Jordan, Michaela, and Chewy, are hoping to be a guest in Las Vegas as winners of a nationwide contest. Create a video
At Home Depot.
Don't you dare close your blinds.
passionately showcasing their love of, you guessed it, the Home Depot.
I came to Chewy and Michaela and said, hey, we should do a Frozen-themed song. And then Chewy was like, we could just do all Disney.
We get the 30-somethings, the 40-somethings, the 20-somethings, the kids. Everybody loves Disney.
And they surpassed everyone's expectations from the depths of their own imaginations. Hundreds of thousands are checking it out on YouTube.
Let us go, Home Depot. I am one with this window.
But the window to shoot this production, not open and shut. This trio and their small production team had to wait each night for the store to close. Then off the clock, they spent dozens of hours working through the night, day after day, take after take.
It's
been a long night. We're on night 2, and we're like not even, we're halfway done on time with night 2.
Every detail down to the color of a single paint swatch, carefully selected and choreographed to create the perfect shot.
Aim it where you need it to go.
Throw them up.
Aim it where you need to go.
And the result,
can paint with all the colors in our soul.
Even after 20 takes of Jordan dropping paint samples out of his apron, we were able to get something together.
these proud employees believe their hard work is worth the reward. And they know firsthand, having won the competition last year.
Once we got on the airplane, it was like, yes, we're going to Vegas. We're going to work with awesome people, and we're going to meet new people.
Those awesome people, producers of the Super Bowl halftime show, Beyonce's personal vocal coach, These small-town folks hit the big time, performing their Macklemore thrift shop parody on an award show-style stage to thousands of the company's store managers.
Being able to represent our company on a national level like that is just phenomenal.
And this year, win or lose, one thing's for sure. A few stars were born inside this small-town store thanks to what they say is the power of the Home Depot.
It's not so much about the win as it is about being able to share it with the community, with our Home Depot family, with our families, with our friends.
It's like a big orange box full of joyful glee and wonderment.
In Owasso,
Home Depot's here for you any day.
David Custer, WNEM TV5.